So I've got a wee bit of a no names update because this dude wanting to give himself a military parade after taking out a village of civilians, leaving Garcia stranded in El Salvador, watching millions of people protest him around the world, and I forgot the other thing, a whole bunch of loserly things, in addition to, fiscal responsibility and overspend and all that stuff. Ooh, right, I forgot to mention, in that budget that they passed, they're increasing the debt ceiling. So if you plan on saving money, why is the debt ceiling being increased? It doesn't. We don't argue with the two-teethers about math because they know, they have faith. So anyway, yeah, I'm bringing this up because a lot of folks are like, we want to see corporate and government. And darling, you are watching corporate and government. You see how they are using our money to just do whatever they want. They're planning parties for themselves. They're bringing their wives to classified dinners. They're sending Air Force One to pick up billionaires, right? And we're paying for all of this. That is corporate nepotism in government. You guys thought regular government bureaucracy was bad. Oh, no. You now have corporate bureaucracy, and it's nothing but Nepo babies who don't know what they're doing, and the company foots the bill for everything. Why do you think all of his companies failed and he had to go bankrupt? Because this is what he did. He got his hands on it. He leveraged loans against it, right? Does whatever he wants. It fails. He declares bankruptcy, and then he takes whatever next bit of money he gets and then does it again, right? Because don't forget, Ruski over there, when they want to clean money, they buy buildings through him. Okay? So literally for years, he's just been handed free money to do with what he wants. He has tanked business after business while somehow convincing other white people that he's successful. And now here we are. He's doing it again, except for it's with our money. And it seems to be an unlimited, deep, deep pocket that he can pull from for all eternity. So, okay, getting back to no names. Now, darling, if you've been watching me, you know that was one of the reasons why I came to TikTok was my whole corporate career was ruined by a publicly traded company. The owner had begged me to come on to find financial fraud, where missing money was going, etc. I did. I told him what I found. He chose not to believe me because the people who were stealing from him, well, they were his friends, so he didn't believe me. Meanwhile, those people, my contract was a 3-year contract with it was not an at-will employment for the people who go, yeah, they can fire you anytime. Yeah, that's why I negotiated a contract that said they had to have a written reason. They needed to give me opportunities to correct anything if there was something wrong with my performance or anything like that, etc. That's what happens when you're in demand, darling. You can negotiate your contract. Some of you have never done it, and it shows when you come into my comments and say, they can do what they want. Not when you have a contract that says otherwise, darling. Anyway, so once they found out that I was not going to join them in their coup and that I was going to remain loyal to the original owner, who was the one who brought me on, they canceled my contract and fired me without cause, without notice, a couple of weeks before Christmas. I'm a single mom of 3. They also didn't file for my COBRA. That's a federal offense. We got a right to sue at the California Department of Labor, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So the case had to be refiled. There was some sort of technicality that ended up getting it thrown out. So when my lawyers went to refile with the corrections, they can't find anyone. Well, lo and behold, in the time it took them to try to get out of any further negotiations or payments with me, they broke the company into pieces, sold the pieces to people that the company had sued prior. So these were old executives that had stolen from the company. And now the people who committed the coup gave part of the company back to those people. And then the guy in charge, the one with the exploded strawberry nose that I was talking about, left a resignation letter on an empty desk in an empty building addressed to no one. Just disappeared like a fart in the wind. Every single person left. Every single person. It was like the thieves just turned in on each other, right? So my lawyer was like, what do you want to do? If the company's basically dissolved, there's no point in going after them. I'm like, oh, well, that means I can go after the guy who convinced me to do this because he needed the help, and then he chose not to listen and ended up ruining my career. But also, it means plan B for me, because plan B for me was if there's no settlement, darling, that means tell all. And honestly, that's a little more juicy. A settlement is nice, but a settlement comes with an NDA. A tell-all, darling, that's everyone's names. Okay, and these people are still floating around in corporate America trying to find jobs and find new companies that they can fleece, steal from, destroy, and move on to the next thing like a flock of locusts. So I am working on that God, oh, the pettiness. Oh, yeah, and names. So no names is about to have full names, darling. Ugh, ugh. And I'm going to go after the other CEO. Yeah, okay. So anyway, yeah. My point was that's what we're watching here. Okay? We are watching a team of people fill their own pockets with our money. And as this falls apart, you will find a letter addressed to no one. And everyone will disappear like a fart in the wind after they've destroyed everything and milked what they could for their own pockets. That's corporate. I'm telling you right now, I'm calling it. You can be stupid. Okay, the other CEO, he didn't believe me when I told him. All of America didn't believe Miss Ma'am when she told him. Told all y'all, told everyone. Are y'all ready to listen to us yet, or do we need some more lesson learning? Come on.